Today's video is called the Snowbunny Experiment. Now, uh, this is Storytime Sunday. And in the past, when it came, I talked about making this video, a couple weeks ago, but I've been holding off on it simply because I've been posting other videos. But I feel as if I should finally get around to it, and I'm gonna try to drop all the parts before I leave. Uh, so I might drop a part randomly in the middle of the week. It's gonna be 2 or 3 parts. If I don't drop another part in the middle of the week, that means it's 2 parts. But if I drop one, it's 3 parts. So basically, uh, I low key kind of procrastinated this series, not because I was like scared of anything, but like simply because I've been like working on other videos and I've been posting those on Sundays and stuff. So I did enough talking. Let's get into the story time. Basically, basically, um, I met this girl back in like we met in 7th grade. And if you ask her, she don't remember how we met. And truly, I don't even like low key remember. But off of my memory, I would say because of like she asked for a pen from me, and then we started talking because she asked for a pen. Back in 7th grade. And then over time, like we became friends because we was in like 2 classes together that like 7th grade year. If I remember, we was in 2 classes together 7th grade year, and then um 8th grade year we kind of fell off. Like we didn't really talk. Like it's like we was cool, but we didn't really talk to each other. Now 7th grade year, I want to say this right now. I made a bunch of dumb mistakes with a bunch of females 7th grade year because like I thought it would be cool and funny if I made like sexual jokes towards them. I didn't know any better. So that's what I did. It wasn't funny. A lot of girls was on my head that year. But 8th grade year, we didn't really talk to each other like that. Same happened 9th grade year. Basically, 8th, 9th, and 10th grade year, we didn't really talk to each other. And it was something. And I think I felt as if we left off on bad terms because of something. I don't even remember. But I felt like I did something, you know what I mean? That that I don't even like recall, to be 100% with you. So then we move on, and we started back talking, becoming friends junior year of high school. Cause like the whole COVID thing happened and I was virtual. But then I switched back to like in person because if I'm correct, Jonathan asked me, he was like, bro, come like you start coming to school, it's boring. And I was at home the whole time, so I was like, I ain't doing nothing. And Concurrence Carlson, he was at home as well. So it was like, you know what? We ain't doing nothing. Let's all come back to school. So we all came back to school. Now, Jonathan, he was there like the first 9 weeks. But me and Carson was at the crib. So second 9 weeks was like, bet, we finna tee up. Now, second 9 weeks, um, I'm at school now. Every day, with the mask and stuff on, whatever. And one of the classes I took, she was in that class. And when I came in, I sat in the back behind. Like it was this one guy in front of us, and I sat behind him. So I was in the back of class because every other seat was taken. So I sat in the back. Now, mind you, I wasn't like planning on talking to that girl simply because in my mind we left off on bad terms. Like I don't know, I don't even know why I was thinking that, to be 100% with you. But I thought we left off on bad terms. So So I'm sitting back there talking to the dude in front of me because like I'm cool with him because he was like, I knew his sister, and I talked to him a couple times, and he knew my brother, and him and my brother was cool. I was like, I'm just chat up with him. But most of the time in that class, I had my headphones in because we was doing like individual work. So then one day, randomly, she came, she went back there and talked to me, and I was like, okay. And I didn't think nothing of it. And she was just talking to me, and then she made the joke about a pen because she never paid me back for that pen I gave her. Till this day, I never got that pen back till this day. But that's what happened. I gave her the pen, and she never gave it back. So when she came up to talk to me, she made a joke about the pen. You know, I thought it was pretty funny. You know, I laughed at it, and then we just started talking again, and eventually, I I got her Insta and her Snap, and we just started talking. Uh, so like every day she would say something to me. We just started talking or whatever, and like she was on my body, or like I'm not finna cap at y'all. I'm not finna cap at y'all. I don't think that like that year specifically, I don't think I engaged in a conversation with her. She always came to me that year. If I could be wrong, but from my mental, she always came to me for a conversation. So that's what happened. So then, I think the second 9 weeks ended. We was on winter break or whatever. No, it was before winter break. Jonathan got COVID. And then me and Carlton, we be around Jonathan. So when he got COVID, it was like, oh snap, we might have COVID. So I had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So I wasn't at school. Now the thing was when I wasn't at school, she was asking me like she would text me like, "Where are you?" Whatever, and I was like, "Well, that L got COVID, so I ain't gonna be at school." And then I wanted to go back, but my father was like, "No, you can't go back to school," because my father, he was too concerned. He was like, "No, you got COVID this one time, don't go back to school," and then like that. So then I was like, "Okay, bet." I was upset, but then I stayed home, and I was watching. I was watching so many Marvel movies. Like every day, I watched a different movie. Like every single day, like I was vibing. Did I fail that year? Yes, I did fail that year. But it wasn't because I couldn't do the work. It was because bro. Nobody wants to sit in front of a computer screen at home. Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? Nobody. Literally nobody. So basically, that happened, and then track season started. And my father, he would let me go to track, but he wouldn't let me go back to school. You know, look, I ain't even gonna speak on that. But track practice started, and I started going to track practice, and then Gianna and old girl, that was cool. So I remember track practice, whatever, and then I would have to come to school early because I would have to walk from the crib to the school. So I'd be at school early, whatever, and I'd be up there with John and be like, "Hey, let's go, John," and things of that nature. So then one day, she was with Jonna. And she's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time." And I said, "Hey, what's up?" Just normal thing. Then she was like, why you ain't give me a hug?" And I was like, "You ain't seen me in a long time, give me a hug." And I was like, now me personally, you can ask any of my friends, anybody I'm cool with, I don't give hugs to people. Like, I don't. It's just not my thing. So she was like, ask for a hug, I was a little cautious, like, okay. Now, mind you, before I left the school, she was already giving me hugs, but it wasn't like on no serious. No, she gave me like one or two. So when she was like, give me a hug, cause I ain't seen you in a long time, I was confused, like, okay, I guess. So, but then it was a problem that came in. So I remember, cause there's some things I left out. So when I was at school, we had conversations and stuff, and I had a little crush on her, but I ain't never really act on her like that. And that was simply because I remember one time she was like, she liked this guy. She was trying to get with him, and then she got with the guy. So a part of me was like, I'm gonna hold back the rage. You know what I mean? My rage shall not be activated as of right now. So then, I'm talking to like one of her friends. I'm just finding out more and more things. It's just things of that nature. And then she like her friend asked, who she likes and stuff like that, and that's how I found out because her friend told me, and then out of nowhere she started talking about him because I think she knew I had a thing for her, but then what really like made us close was like there was this thing going around. There's this thing going around, and it was this it was like this whole like little fake no. It was like a little T page, you know what I mean? It was like a little T page, whatever. I ain't gonna, and then the T page, like, she created the T page, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna join in. And the only reason I joined in, and the only reason I agreed to the plan was to get closer to old girl. Because I was like, you know what? Let me get closer to old girl, fat. You know what I mean? Let me, let me go ahead, and that's what happened. That's the only reason I did it. Like everything that happened within that T page, I didn't really condone. I didn't do anything with it except it was one thing I did do, but we ain't speaking on none of that. But I did all that, so basically it was more like of a simp ordeal. Um, and then that's what happened. So I gotta come back for part two. Part two, part two of the series. So part one is how we met and how things led up and stuff like that. Part two is gonna be the story of how we got together, right? And part three is gonna be the fall off of the relationship. This is so I really hope y'all like this little series. Not like now that I'm thinking about it, it's gonna be 3 videos for sure. Part two dropping Wednesday. I hope y'all love this.